MAGA couple. Apparently these two are real dumb. I've seen some clips of them going around on Twitter on this particular show. This is Luke Beasley. I don't know who that is, but he's got a lot of subscribers. I feel like chat knows who he is. I'm a boomer now. The shocking MAGA couple footage I almost couldn't post. So this is the same person making a video, I assume, on their platform. Oh, censored.tv, sure.
Say we bring back normalizing the word we need to shame again. We need to put them back in the closet. I miss those days when people wouldn't tell anyone that they're gay because it was not celebrated. Now it's like people are becoming gay because they want to be celebrated. They're weird. They're outcasts. They just want to feel like they can fit in and have a bunch of people support them for nothing. Like, if you're ugly in 2024, just become a and then, oh, boom, you're popular.
Boom, you're popular? Wow. This lady sounds jealous? She sounds jealous. What a pick-me, dude. And they always have bad makeup. Not to say, not to do too much, but they always have, like, right-winger makeup where you're like, okay, well, that was a while ago. I'm learning a lot of things, by the way. I've learned a lot.
Magically, it's become a trend. Let's make it a trend to shame them again. Who's with me?
So here's what I'm wondering. Your daughter's going to grow up. Mm-hmm. We'll also show in the intro the clip of, also joking, I'm sure, of your daughter being ready for a guy when she's 18. You know that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course. This is going to be out there. You really want your daughter seeing this?
Yes.
Just spewing hatred all over.
It's not spewing.
I kind of like his demeanor here. I don't know.
Spewing hatred. It's not. I mean,
what is your fixation? Just, okay, other people can live their life. I thought that was what conservatives liked before.
Here's the thing, bro.
What conservatives liked before. Here's the thing, bro. They think they're in MAGA. None of those people are going to embrace them in the way that they need to be embraced, right? It's just a money thing.
Nobody was fixated on it until it got shoved down our throat. There's not a TV show we can watch without a homosexual.
Without a homosexual? Well, I mean, I'm sure they exist, but you can't pretend the gays aren't around.
Like, there's gays
true,
what name a show?
NCIS. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Name a show.
Like a new show that's come out, and there's...
I don't watch any new shows.
Exactly, so you don't even know. Dude, there are so many gays.
Okay.
But, like, bro...
There are so many gays.
If you're a Christian, and you know that that's wrong, and you see them just normalizing this lifestyle, obviously, it's Science 101, right?
Science 101. Holy shit. I didn't realize this guy was going to be so stupid. I mean, I did kind of. Like, he has a MAGA hat on. It is what it is. But, like, there's... I think it's interesting. Do you think Ben Shapiro would tolerate this guy? Do you think that would be something that Ben Shapiro could do? I don't think so,
Like, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Like, there's going to be a reaction to the action of just shoving this down our throats.
And Pride Month, hello, it's everywhere. We get the gay flag everywhere. You see it in Target for the kids. And yes, what I said in that video is...
Flags target kids? Your kids. But your children.
It's precisely true. Like, if you're, like, weird and ugly...
He's breathing into the fucking mic with his nose so hard.
You're like, oh, I'm transgender now. All of a sudden, you have this whole community praising you for just
like when
being
it was
unique.
The most looked down upon, there were still lots and lots of gay people. Clearly, it's not just a societal trend.
It is trending upwards.
We see it in nature.
What?
Oh my god, like penguins being gay or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like penguins, lions, chimpanzees, dolphins, just everywhere. And also humans.
I'm just saying, clearly, even when it was the worst thing you could do societally, still people were gay. So it's not like people are just doing it because...
Worst thing you could do societally? What about, like, killing people?
Well, they would get killed for it, yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean,
still, in countries
abortion.
where you get killed for it, there are still gay people.
Right.
Which, of course, debunks the idea that this is some media-driven phenomenon.
Just because it happens in nature doesn't mean it's correct. We come from a Christian point of view.
And a Christian point of view. Is this Luke fella a Christian? Because the guy said, as a Christian, blah, blah, blah. It's like...
You can have your views. My point is, though, our argument is that everyone can have their views and live their life. And then
Is that
Just
what
sort
you
of
guys
live-
think? Because I'm
let
pretty sure
live.
cancel culture comes from the left. Like, the reason why I'm so, like, flagrant about this stuff and, like,
The reason I'm flagrant about this stuff is because it makes you a pick me, and so the MAGA boys will click on it.
aggressive about it online is because people are constantly like, you can't say that, cancel. Like, I remember I started off on TikTok, and I always say the crazy rabid feminist on TikTok created the anti-feminist monster that I am today, because if I just said one
She calls herself an anti-feminist monster. I mean, it's pretty obvious that you're just like conscious of your shittery. There's this phenomenon pretty much throughout humanity that like you can gain notoriety by being a piece of shit, and you get, you know, like monetarily or otherwise societally rewarded, which reinforces the behavior, so you do it more, right? You triple down. And like so cancel culture or whatever is just saying, hey, isn't this person a bag of shit? And then sometimes it hurts their bottom line, and then they feel bad about it. Like what's her face, the actress that couldn't really act very well that got kicked out of Disney. Can't even remember her name now. Question, girl, which denomination of Christianity is correct? They don't have a fucking answer to this shit. Are you kidding me? You could sit. This is why you could sit down with both of them, and they're just like fucking drooling out of their mouths. Gina Carano. Can't believe you guys remember that.
thing, oh, women should be in the
How
kitchen.
embarrassing.
Oh my gosh, this internalized misogyny. They're freaking out. They're literally, did you see the feminists after Trump just won? They're literally screaming.
But there it
these
is
people.
again. So much of your ideology, and I agree. If someone were stepping over and saying you have to live your life this way, you can't stay home if you want to. That would be strange. I would be against that. But your argument so often necessitates saying what other people should be doing.
Yep.
Which we're not saying. We can say, you know, or we do believe that you can live the life however you want.
Other people should be doing it, yes, because there's good and there's evil.
Uh-huh.
We know what good is, we know what evil is,
Yeah.
and therefore people should be living good lifestyles.
Yeah, you're evil. Make America great again. Let us duel.
They should be living virtuous, moral lifestyles. And we as a society, we can pressure the other people within our society to be walking with good morals.
Okay, then you literally have no fucking argument. Cancel culture is literally your whole bag. Are you kidding me? You're so fucking stupid. Eat fucking shit, dude.
With good virtues.
And that's, I guess, what I find crazy is that you think this sort of content is pushing people in that direction.
Like pushing people to live more.
You think
Follow-up question: If you get your theocracy, which denomination of Christianity will be sponsored? Really, just Protestant evangelical Christianity is like the one that has the money and the problems. But all of the Christian sects sort of like work in tandem with that central pillar. You know,
It's emboldening.
Playing
others.
this isn't an actual podcast. I mean, his is. They do a thing separately. that
to
people
the
watches.
caricature that the only reason you have the views you have is because you're obsessed with like this hate-filled fixation with other people's lifestyles. That's what you play into.
So I wish he would use the word freedom more often. Like really hammer home that these people are anti-freedom, because that, you know, we need to take freedom back for real. Like politically speaking, the left is really the only group of people that are for freedom, freedom to express yourself, freedom from the government, freedom from capitalism. I mean, all of it. Freedom from the pressures of that. To as maximal a degree as we can allow ourselves, while also having functioning society. I think we can strive for both. I think we can get, you know, a pretty good society out of it, way better than we have now. Make freedom great again. Make freedom real again.
I just want to clarify, this isn't hate-filled. I'm not like fuming behind my phone like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that there's gay people in this world. I
You literally are. That's the content.
think it's funny. I think it's funny. It's very lighthearted. And I personally don't care about moving people to what I think. Like, I'm a woman online. I think many women, especially in conservative politics, I call them the conservative feminists. They think that they're going to go make the change. And, oh my gosh, I'm so
She
great.
gonna say men?
And I'm going to be the next president one day, which I've literally heard a certain conservative feminist say. I don't take myself seriously.
Well, then why are you?
I don't take myself seriously. She has such low self-worth. What a fucking weasel. Ugh, disgusting. So the whole point here is you're trying to like walk back the shit. I don't take it seriously, okay, but the shit you say sucks. So that's really it. That's really what's being said. The shit you're saying, hey, that shit sucks. And just a bunch of people are saying it because you decided to put it online.
Why are you justifying the rhetoric by saying we could create a society that pressures people into your framework?
That's
when
yeah.
when I'm saying you could have the views that you have, and people could choose to associate or not associate with you because of them. But to go out and purposefully do what a lot of other people, if you're saying you don't believe this, most people perceive what we're going through in this show as hateful rhetoric, and your justification is because it could impact people, which is crazy because it's only going to push people further away. I've heard people who are Christians who have pretty traditional Christian views, but come at it from a place of compassion and empathy. And
way more mature
their views,
and it's respectful,
and it actually could move people.
Way more mature and respectful. And he's like, yeah, I'm not that.
I agree.
Whereas
I'm not debunking your point, but
I'm not debunking your point. I'm acknowledging that I'm dumb as fuck, but I'm not going to actually acknowledge it. I don't understand.
You're basically saying, hey, stop being so vile and hateful.
I'm asking why you're doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's because you are not you, but let's just say leftists, they don't like this, and they want to put us in the closet.
I want to push you in a fucking locker, not a closet. You can live your life however you want, bro. But I mean, like, you should be harassed, in my opinion. Like, from a social perspective, like the people around you, when you act like a fuckboy in front of them, they should be like, fuck you. And they should dismiss you. And I think they do, frankly. I don't think people listen to this guy and go, oh yeah, intelligent. That's a smart guy right there that I'm going to take life advice from. No. They think you're a fucking twerp, man. You've worked with guys like this.
And they want to say, you go in the closet, you be shamed, you don't get on social media and say, that is the F slur, you don't say these words, you don't act this way, you go back in the closet for being a hateful bigot.
It's not about being in the closet or whatever. It's about you being antisocial. You're just trash bags. You're just bags of shit. And you should know that you are. You should feel that, too. Like, everybody who's like this should really feel like a piece of shit. And I think they will eventually.
You'll get fired from your job. We'll dig up your old tweets, and we will do everything to take down your entire livelihood.
Okay. So if you are a big bag of shit and being antisocial in your community can say, fuck off. We're animals, man. It is what it is.
So,
the damage
Isabella O'Reilly, this individual, is an ambassador to Turning Point USA.
No, she's not.
No, I'm not.
Has apparently been seen at Kerry Lake fundraisers, taking photos with top staffers or whatever. This is an influencer who's been allowed into organizations. And to be very clear, while I think that tweet by itself is pretty bad, it's not the only time they've drawn people's attention. Take a look at this montage.
If you have stage 4 cancer, there's a reason why no man wants you. Because he wants to put your
It looks like shit like this.
hair. I feel like to young women...
Damn.
Dude, I feel like it feels so bad, too, because it's like part of being a conservative woman is acquiescing to the misogynist ideals of, like, the, MAGA man patriarchy shit. And so it's like kind of sad to watch them all. They're like, oh, you're trying to tell us to go in the closet or whatever. It's like, no, you're shoved yourself in a fucking weird Fox News closet. It's so odd. Just live your actual life, free of whatever fucking brain rot this is. Not that she'd admit it. I mean, some of them do fucking like it. Some of them admit it, and they're like, yeah.
Okay.
The man.
Okay, let's this guy. Let's with hammers.
You could, Dr. Gamble.
They
That's
need
a
to find a
brutal one.
man that's
I have a lot to say on that one.
very misogynistic.
I think Malcolm X is based. I'm Malcolm X.
Cool guy, yeah.
I would say he's based if he wasn't black.
Hey, speaking of getting a job.
It's a
I'm a
joke.
10.
It's a joke. What's the joke?
10 out of 10 racist right here. My husband's texting me, and he said that he wanted me to tell you that we will have our daughter ready for you as a virgin.
Jesus fucking Christ. Bring the hammers back.
It's clearly a joke. I just want to make one point.
Clearly a joke. What is the joke? Can you walk me through the joke and what you think is funny about it?
About the cancer comment, which was a complete joke, and a lot of people got mad at me about that.
All of it's jokes. I was just joking.
Well, creepy isn't illegal.
I'm just an idiot, and I was joking the whole time. Non-fun, thank you for the raid.
Jesus.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Gamble, as well, for the biddies.
It was in response to Dixie D'Amelio like shaving her head, and I just want to say I was vindicated because after this election, all the feminists now shaved their head bald because they don't want men to find them attractive. So
all of them? So some people are definitely doing some of that as a means of protest and whatever. I mean, don't fuck conservative men for sure. This is classic Lysistrata stuff.
They actually proved my point.
And then what happened? Like the cancer patients came out and they were like offended.
Now women with alopecia and who have cancer are like, I'm not part of this movement. Like, you guys are crazy and entitled. I was making a joke that these crazy feminists.
What? Do they say that about other people that shave their head? What? Alopecia and cancer patients? Huh? I don't think the cancer patients are like coming out against people just shaving their head in general.
Just proved my point. Shout out to these rabid feminists.
Screaming about someone not being appealing when they have cancer is very different than your thoughts about a feminist thing.
It was a joke.
That was that's like 4 seconds of the entire video.
And I've watched your full videos. They don't. The context doesn't help.
Okay, first of all, that's like that video of her. That's from like 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
2.5 years ago. Wow, what a long time ago.
All right, cool. So then you back off.
She's adapting a little bit, changing a little bit more.
I've definitely become more like empathetic towards people ever since having my daughter. But now it's been a year since she's been born, and I'm back to being a apparently.
But no, I would say
like just total fucking losers.
You've adapted and you've learned and you've changed a lot and become
like he can't even like look at
way more empathetic and understanding. Totally.
Just radically empathetic from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Just
I also have dark humor though.
We're not saying that she's
okay. Let's kill him. Let's kill this guy. Let's beat him to death with hammers.
We're sure we don't need to bring back public flogging. We're sure. Yeah, no public flogging.
Radically
doesn't help nobody.
Empathetic. We're saying that she's taking steps more towards empathy than before.
Not even taking steps, like it just came naturally.
Yeah. Well, then you agree that a lot of the stuff that you've gone most viral for is not a good representation of your views of Christianity.
Yeah, because I like to be like funny and outrageous online.
Hey, quiet.
Wow.
Oops. Sorry, can't talk.
I wouldn't say that it's
fucking a
bad view of Christianity.
Okay, dude. I would have to call that out of the table and be like, okay, so how do you fucking sit here and listen to that? Like, how, like, genuinely, as a person, how does it make you feel?
Christianity.
What? Really? Show me when Jesus was talking about putting
more of it.
Let's kill him.
Jesus
Let's kill
Christ.
this guy. Let's beat him to death with
I
hammers.
think someone needs a public penance. It's the Christian way, maybe.
Bad view of Christianity.
What? Really? Show me when Jesus was talking about putting people back in the closet.
Why would Jesus put people... Were there even closets at the time?
Were there even closets? He just sent a psychic hammer out to each one of our brains. Everyone takes 1d4 psychic damage.
Yeah.
So and there was the saying
Walk-ins.
of get back into the closet. Like, this is the thing, bro. You're like autistically analyzing this. Like, where did Jesus say?
Analyzing this? What do you mean, asking you a question? Yeah, I can't believe you would analyze anything. Can't believe you would fucking think.
Talk about the verse about shame.
In Matthew 14, Jesus says, hey, homo, get back in the closet. Never happened.
No, I'm saying look at the principle. Have you actually read the Bible?
Yes.
Like 7 times.
Okay, so you know that every Jesus-related story was not him convincing people to follow God by spitting on them or hating them. It was actually him going to those who were the outcasts of the time. It was him going to the outcasts of the time and showing the ability to love people through even lifestyles that Christianity would say are wrong.
No, you're wrong, because what does Jesus say in the Bible? He says, go and let the dead bury the dead. This man wanted to follow Jesus, and he said, I have to go give a funeral to my father. He just died, and he said, no, let the dead bury the dead. Come and follow me. He did.
Smoking blunts was a daily routine.
If he wants people to act like Jesus,
I was a fat kid.
A reminder that flipping tables and hitting people with whips is an option, only if they're money lenders.
He didn't even let. He told that
doesn't refute what I'm saying. I'm saying don't ignore all the stories of Jesus being.
This was all love, and this was everything.
Woke for the time.
Wait, what?
Jesus was the biggest wokester of the time.
That's interesting. It's a little. I mean, it was more progressive than hardcore like Pharisee Judaism. It was a reformation of the Jewish faith and government in Judea at the time. It was definitely to the left of both of those groups.
No, he was
maybe not socially. Well, Paul certainly fucking wasn't to the left.
I think he was. Yeah. He was a servant.
Where's that publicly? Why can't I see y'all talking about the importance of loving? Do you actually believe this election would be so much better if women couldn't vote?
I think every election.
Or is that joke?
No, women should not be voting.
Even women in the 1920s largely didn't want.
When you look at the women's suffrage movement and what they did, they...
Dude, look at her! She got cut off and she goes... Dude. And to listen, and she has to shut the fuck up. out of her sense of like upholding patriarchy and not believing that misogyny is a thing, she has to sit there and listen to the dumbest man in the room talk.
There were two sides. Women were advocating for women not to get into politics. But see, people.
I'm sure some women were.
No, not some. There were a lot.
Like her.
No, there were a lot of people.
Hey, I'm not that old, okay? People like to talk about my age online. I'm not that old. Gosh, what a misogynistic thing to say.
Hey,
Ageist.
take it back. Take it back.
I'm sorry.
The use of the
Oh,
day.
him? Oh, okay.
The use of the day, I'm saying.
But
Yeah.
but there were literally women who did not want women to get into politics.
I'm sure. But there are a lot of really
But do you
incorrect women
explore
in
and
the
do you
world.
read about them? Do you read about why? Would you guess as
They
to why?
probably had similar views to y'all.
But guess why they didn't want women to go into politics?
I don't know, the self-hating, something like that.
Self-hating.
Yeah.
No, it's because they love their families. They love having children.
Oh, please.
They want to
there
focus.
it is again. Then be with your family.
True. Go be with your family, bro.
That's your choice. But why do you insist on making other people's choices for them?
Do you know that there is a mass
freedom, baby?
There you go. Finally. Thank you for using the word freedom. Continue to use the word freedom in your rhetoric because it's just true.
You know that women voting is not freedom, bro.
Women voting is absolutely freedom, bro. It absolutely is.
But by saying women shouldn't vote, and I know this is what you believe.
I'm sorry a man screaming triggers you, sweetie.
It's hard to speak when the leopard is eating your face. It really is.
And I don't know if I would ever change your view on this, but it's like the biggest, most simple way to put men and women on such a different
Exactly.
Value. You're valuing them wildly different.
And it's still equality.
Where in
Yes,
in reality, of course, women.
It disenfranchises women because they stop having political power.
Who are part of society, who are equal citizens, who are equal people, should be having a say in their democracy.
Democracy is cringe.
It's mob rule. The majority of people
It's mob rule.
in this country used to think slavery. The majority of people in this country used to think slavery.
Trump got the popular vote. It's true.
She has to shut the fuck up again. Look at that. Swallow the misogyny down. Put it a pit in your soul and let it eat you alive as you participate in it. Holy shit, pick-me's. Look at her life. That sucks. You don't have to be like. I could not handle sitting at the table and watching that happen constantly. I would literally have to start talking to her and be like, look, you don't have to live like this. This is crazy to do to yourself. You deserve respect, even if you're a bag of shit in your fucking relationship. Thank you, Gnome Pickles. Welcome.
Is the democracy king at the moment, so that's great. But at the end of the day, like if there were a room full of people
Teach me, Daddy.
That's a good boot.
Thought like me and Isabella, you would hate democracy too, wouldn't you?
There have been majorities, and we worked through our democracy
Yes or no?
to convince people. No, I want to hate democracy.
Really?
That's how things were before, and then we used our democracy to make the country better.
What's better?
A bunch of metrics are better off now than probably when y'all loved it. 1800, I don't know, 1700. When did y'all like it?
1950s. Let's go.
1950s. Oh, the time to be alive.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be allowed to live the way you're living. She hates shutting the fuck up. She literally hates shutting the fuck up.
Come on.
Seriously.
You wouldn't be able to have your zins, bro.
Including like the oppression of black people and stuff.
Oh, segregation's not oppression.
Fucking. All right. Hey, look. All right, I had to mute.
Oh, wow.
Malcolm X, the reason why
I had to mute.
Okay. Let's kill him. Let's kill this guy. Let's beat him to death with hammers.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gamble.
wore the Malcolm X t-shirt is because Malcolm X wanted black communities.
I know.
Black government, black politics.
Whose stance?
That's what he wanted. And
Okay. Let's kill him. Let's kill this guy. Let's beat him to death with hammers.
Chucky, I appreciate the biddies.
Not at Malcolm X's.
MLK?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course. Martin
Or
Luther
a
King.
bunch of the civil rights advocates of the day who understood segregation, the whole separate but equal fallacy is just that, a fallacy. That's just a way to allow for less resources, less rights to go to certain communities.
But
you first have to isolate them and then you oppress them.
But that's like very anti-democracy of you. If black people came together and they had decided that they wanted black communities.
But they didn't. There was Malcolm X who wants like a black ethno state, which is too far. But I understand why he might feel like that's the safest place for him to be. Like, I can understand from an emotional response why he thinks that way.
They had decided that that's what they wanted.
They didn't, though.
No, whites got together.
And who were they unifying with? There you go.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Americans. And if you have black people who choose to associate with one another, and for example, their whole friend group is black, that's very different than, as you mentioned,
I agree.
lawful segregation.
I think lawful segregation,
or even advocating segregation.
They do choose to segregate.
Right.
This is something that they choose to do.
As time has gone on, people have been less and less segregated.
There's like segregated months, gay pride month,
This is the
African
thing.
American month.
That's not
people tend to get with people who.
Yes.
Wait, what did you just
No,
say?
I'm just saying, like, I disagree with governments like
Pride Month,
segregation.
you don't understand even the thing that you're so upset about.
Yeah.
Pride is saying that you're straight, more traditional. I don't even like saying that because I feel like that's disrespectful to traditional Christians, but
Being
your
straight?
version of traditional conservatism and Christianity, that, is yours to live. And then other people's lives are ours to live. And that's the beauty of freedom.
So
That's
where's
what
our
Pride's
White
about.
Pride Month?
Pride is a freedom rally, in my opinion.
Where's our Christian Pride Month? I don't even want it. I don't even care. But like, you only.
Where's our Christian Pride Month? It's December. No one's telling you, but it's December. It's been December forever. It's always been December. And frankly, y'all get Easter too. And then you got like fucking Fat Tuesday. And then you got every fucking Sunday. I think you got plenty. I think it's good. When's Atheism Day? When's Atheism Day, bro? Shut up.
See as the supposed oppressed groups.
Right.
And
So whenever, those start because people are saying for too long we've been pushed down. So we're gonna do a month to say that we are proud of who we are. No longer are we gonna be shameful.
it's so
Shame.
gay.
Yes. Unironically, yes. And it fucks. Pride is dope. Pride is so much fun. Why don't you two stop LARPing through life and go enjoy shit for once in your life? Go enjoy a pride parade. Actually go there to be with people and enjoy their company. I promise you'll have a good time. Maybe I'll show up and argue with an evangelical.
That is literally gay.
Literally.
on Pride.
Go. Yeah. These freaks want to be oppressed victims so hard. Maybe they should be.
Month,
But
yeah.
every month that is like that is also gay. Like, not even just Gay Pride Month. Like, also African
What does that
American.
mean to you?
I'm just like cringe. Like,
Gay equals cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're having sex and you can't reproduce. Like, the best part about having sex is reproduction.
Wow. That's pretty fucking tragic. You know what I think the best part about sex is? This is a hot take. Feels good. That's my argument. Dylan Burns, welcome, Raiders. Did you guys catch that? My hot take? Okay, here's his hot take.
I mean, you're having sex and you can't reproduce. Like, the best part about having sex is reproduction.
Okay, best part about having sex in my opinion. Ready? Burnsers? Feels good. Boom. You guys agree? Do I win another hippy dippy? Fucking 7-time hippy dippy champion or something? Just give me another one.
Seriously. Like, I don't value sex because of an orgasm. I value sex because I know that I am going to reproduce and have another baby.
Yeah, you're going to have another baby? Do you think he would feel that if he actually was having another baby? Because I think he ought to be forced to carry children. I actually think every Christian man should be forced, medically forced, to carry children if they're a hardcore natalist. Forced! Just to carry your next kid. If you want another kid, you got to carry the next one. Okay? Deal? I think that should be the deal. I think that they would stop reproducing, in my opinion. You have a breeding kink? Nothing wrong with a breeding kink. You know, another hot take? Another hot take? Only breed, no baby. Think about that.
Maybe the orgasms aren't good enough.
Maybe the orgasms aren't good enough. Got him, Matt. Got him. King. This guy's a king.
Sorry.
Pain. I mean, like, seriously though, like, the best part of it's why as soon as we got together, like, she's off birth control.
Wow. Cool.
As soon as
we got married, yeah.
As soon as we're together, it's like no birth control, nothing, because I'm not gonna have gay sex and like gay.
What?
Sex is more than just like another man and a man. It's just like the idea of looking at sex as such a materialistic thing and just like, oh, well, like we just have an orgasm and that's fun or whatever. No, like, dude, sex is about having children. It's about having babies.
Go. Pretty sure he just called non-procreative sex gay.
Okay,
Which means,
let's kill him.
Hey.
Let's kill this guy. Let's beat him to death with hammers.
Which means, finally, chat, you got me. I'm gay now. I have non-procreative sex. You got me. You wore me down. My wife and I have the gayest sex regularly. That's it. That's all it took. Let's fucking go. The agenda has won again. This couple makes me so damn sad. You don't think this is a joyous union in love and Jesus Christ? That's crazy.
Like you pump yourself full of birth control.
Pump yourself full of birth control? Nah, dude. Get a vasectomy or something. They also shouldn't be allowed to have sex for 10 months while she is pregnant since they can't make another baby. Facts.
And then you have sex with your wife and like
they literally can't have sex while she's pregnant.
There's no purpose there except just pleasure. That's the only purpose.
Should people
pleasure.
who are born like infertile have sex?
It depends. Listen,
dude, she's
of the mumbo song.
She's looking at him like, holy fucking shit, you're stupid. Like, genuinely, you're so fucking stupid. I can't believe I did this, but now I'm locked in. I'm way too deep in the game to pull out of this shit. Pump them full, all right. Hey, relax.
I am pro like people committing to celibacy for the rest of their life. I am pro like
be a celibate.
That, and if that was something that they couldn't have babies,
she's never had an orgasm.
I believe that they should have that choice there.
Well, they have a choice.
Yeah.
But
sometimes I think women like this think they're just gonna get a free ride off of men like this who will cheat on them, but you know.
I'm saying, is that what you believe is correct?
It's gonna fall apart. That's for sure.
No sex for you.
I think that it's crazy. Infertile people don't think.
I think he could bag her with him in the room. That's how little competition this fucking guy is. I think it could happen. This girl, hey, look, if she needs an out, he's right here. He's sitting across the table from you.
I don't see anybody really saying that, hey, I'm infertile, so I'm gonna be.
Not that he would like that. She's crazy. She sucks, dude.
Celibate for the rest of my life. I'm not
She's
gonna
the worst.
touch sex. I'm not gonna have sex.
You think it's crazy people don't say that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that would be very honorable.
No gay sex with women, guys.
Fucking no gay sex with women.
What is wrong with salami?
Yeah, I mean, when your brain is this fucking cooked, is there a point? Is there a goddamn point? Lady, you got to get out. I can't believe I'm saying this. She's objectively the smarter one of the two. I don't know how that worked out. She's stupid as fuck. Maybe you're just bad at sex, man. Only the wife laughs. Got his ass.
Very true. I agree. What I'm advocating for is for men to take responsibility, specifically with protection and with provision. And she's advocating for women to submit and to serve their husbands.
That doesn't make her smart. It does when they're the only two people in the room. Smartness is relative, right, to the other people around and other creatures. If these two and a dog is in the room, that motherfucker's third, okay? This guy's third place if there's a dog in the room.
It's cold.
Very much Velma. Thanks, Vaughn. Velma's the hot one. Good choice.
And we're both, that's what we agreed on. Like,
oops. All genders. Thanks for the 52 months. They couldn't count this high if they worked together. They really couldn't.
Our vows, it was like, I vow to protect and support, protect and provide and to love you. And she vowed to love me and support me always and to serve.
Break the vow. He doesn't deserve it.
Me.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go saying, we need to figure out how to prevent couples like this. Instead, I'll just say,
I actually think we should try to prevent couples like this. but not by like reactionary means. Like, don't try to, although you could try to break them up, I don't care. But like, maybe we could educate people prior to them becoming adults, because this is clearly a failure of education.
Hey, people have the freedom to live the way they want to. And that's my point about this sort of one-way street.
Yeah, but it's kind of like lukewarm.
Yeah, you're just giving a softer delivery, but you're still letting the public know your stance, what you think is better.
I think equality is better for sure.
We take a more hard.
I think the quality is better for sure.
View of equality is just it's.
What do you think equality is?
Listen, are men and women equal?
Yes.
In what way?
They're equal people, individuals, and they have the same individual rights.
Yes.
Okay, so basically they're equal because the government says they're equal?
The humanity does.
Because people through our democracy have made the government say they're equal.
So the government basically gets to say that these people are equal because we give them
protect
rights.
Because people
Our rights
set
are
up an
from God,
institution,
not from the government.
and then
The government is people, man.
if you stop engaging with our government, you very quickly
It
have a world
wasn't
you don't love.
men and women were created equal. It wasn't that like our God-given rights were like for equality for men and women. That wasn't the point. Equality implies the same.
The same rights, yeah.
Same.
Dude, it's no. Look up what
Dude, no. What?
equality is, or being equal.
Oh, the state of being equal, especially in status, rights, and opportunities.
Get fucked.
Look at all more definitions.
Look at more definitions. Cool. Yeah. So anyway, she just looks silently at the side of her husband's face because he's a fucking stooge. What a fool. A buffoon.
But
Just click on it.
Maybe it further vindicates you.
a symbolic expression of the fact that two quantities are equal in equation. That's obviously not helpful. That's math.
You're big on welfare and things like that.
Programs that are effective to help people. Yeah.
And you think that those are effective programs?
Like
what?
Social Security cutting.
Are these effective programs? I think this kid's a lib, and that's fine. I don't think these are effective programs. I think they are programs that help. Does that make sense? I think an effective program would get rid of the need for further welfare. You feel me? Is he pivoting? I don't know. I don't think he's capable of like having a real pivot. I think he's just flailing, and he's trying to think of the next thing in the dialogue tree rather than like a strategic pivot. You know what I mean? Not like a Fox News pundit.
Senior poverty by gargantuous
Sure,
margins,
but
and
the government
tax
taking
credit.
care of women who are pregnant.
Yeah.
You like that?
Oh yeah.
Really? That's very peculiar to me.
Why?
So she's pregnant, like not right now, but she's pregnant, and now I'm married man.
Mm-hmm.
We're living God-fearing lives.
Cringe. Gay, as he put it, right?
Now I have to go pay the hospital $12,000. So
I don't think you should have to pay $12,000 personally whatsoever. I think your healthcare should be free. I think we could easily take healthcare out of a market system and just have no cost at point of sale for, your procedures or whatever, and then they can just bill the government, and the government could be like, okay, we're not paying this much, or we are paying this much. That seems reasonable. Here you go. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Got him.
Brittany over here, Bethany, she decides that she just got knocked up by her boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
And she doesn't like him, so she's going to separate from the family. It was premarital sex. There's no marriage. There's no stability.
Who gives a fuck if it's... I mean, he gives a fuck, I guess, because he's a Christian freak. I don't care if you're pregnant. I don't think either of you should pay for health care.
There's no guarantee that the father is going to be around or try his best to be around. And the government says,
no one gives a fuck.
Man, that sucks. That sucks that your boyfriend bailed on you.
Yeah. So if they have sex to procreate and it doesn't work, is it gay retroactively? I need this guy's lore. Yeah. So every time you don't conceive, it's gay sex.
We're going to step in and we're going to pay for this. We're going to reward this.
What do you mean? What are they paying for?
It's because
Okay.
Relevant to God-fearing?
Let's kill him. Let's kill this guy. Let's beat him
she's a
to
single,
death with
like
hammers.
a single mother. The government.
I hear
used-
what you're saying.
Yeah,
I think, Vice President Harris actually ran on a bunch of pro-family policies, like the enhanced child tax credit for people such as yourself.
I don't want tax credits.
I agree, by the way. Tax credits are whack. But it's because, they have to hide the bureaucracy part of... liberalism is a failure because people are like, let's do tax credits. And it's like, they can be effective, materially. But, people in general aren't really persuaded very hard by the idea of a they'd rather have $50 today than $200 in 3 months. You know what I mean? Luke 14:12-13. But when you give a feast, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed because they cannot repay you, for you will be repaid in the resurrection of the just. Well, they don't read that shit.
Bro, if there's a woman who is literally getting everything is getting taken care of by the government for having a baby, but it's through premarital sex.
Without a father in the
Why is that
home?
not for Christian families?
Why is that not for Christian families? What? I think you should have healthcare too? Question mark. Vote for people that want to give you healthcare. Yeah.
Wait. That's what I'm saying. If you have a family for each of the children that you have as a couple, then you have to pay less taxes.
But that's not what is happening.
That's what Kamala wanted, but you voted against her. Shame on you.
I couldn't vote in 2020.
Kamala
2020?
in 2024, this last election, just now.
Oh yeah, no, because she's a liar.
What are you saying? I'm saying
What? Holy fucking shit.
support families.
He's the dumbest motherfucker.
No.
And then when people
let's support families. Yes.
Okay.
Man and woman getting married.
Man and man, yeah, like a families who are
No,
raising
man
children.
and woman getting married and having babies. That's family. This is not family.
He's
a
talking-
woman,
yeah.
this is not family. A woman
Okay,
has
if a-
premarital
if a-
sex.
I love that she's basically had to shut the fuck up since he said shut the fuck up 10 minutes ago. She's barely spoken since.
Gets knocked up
what
on a
about-
one night stand, and then the government pays for it.
They don't pay for it.
They do.
They give support to people who are
What does giving
coming on
support
hard
mean?
times.
What does give support
If
mean?
you
Paying
say-
for it.
They pay for it.
What's the
you're talking
definition
about-
of giving support here?
What's the definition of giving support?
Being a
but you're-
dictionary.
This reminds me of that motherfucker that was on Hippy Dippy the other day. What was that guy I don't remember his fucking name. He kept asking the definition of every fucking word we were saying. Holy shit.
acting like everything's covered and you're living this,
If you're a single
cushy
mother,
life.
you get
Cushy
free
life.
baby care, like
you get
in
a
the
lot
hospital,
of,
delivery.
You get a lot of support because I believe, just like Jesus did, that we should help people who are in tough situations.
Right, but when the government
and often when
incentivizes
someone
bad
is a
be-
single mother trying to raise children, those kids are going to be malnourished if we don't give them some support.
It's such bullshit. They're not going to be malnourished.
What? What's the bullshit part?
Have you met people?
Have you met
any single
mother
mothers?
was a single mother.
Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe she was like really successful or something.
No.
Then how did she support?
Yeah, she has
got
boobs.
support.
She has boobs, and she eats, and then you get breast milk right there.
This guy was breastfeeding well into high school, it seems. You can see it.
So kids only
dude,
live
malnourished.
Kids
What?
only wait.
You know that kids exist longer than the breastfeeding stage, right? Right, man? Lead paint liquor.
Okay.
Yes, this
Let's
one.
kill him. Let's kill this guy. Let's beat him to death with
A
hammers.
lot of hammers today. People do not like this couple.
That was the most psychotic thing I've ever heard. What, are you still sucking on her? I'm saying that.
Are you still sucking on your mom's titties, bro? Huh?
That's
Where's
so
the video of me
funny.
drinking her breast milk?
You
Get that one up.
responded to
He did.
Wait,
Jamie,
first of
pull that
all-
one up.
First of all, you have to. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. You have to be nourished as a mother to give good nourishment to your babies,
I'll
and then
take
the
human
babies grow
breast
out
milk on my
of the.
Cheerios.
The breast milk. No, they're milk posting. No.
I'll take human breast milk on my Cheerios.
Oh God.
Sucking phase,
Yeah.
and then you still have to
And
feed
then they
them.
eat food. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take human breast milk on my Cheerios.
And then they need food. Yeah. Dog walking this man down to a real opinion on something. Holy shit.
yeah. So then that's what I'm
Are we
talking
acting
about.
like? Are we acting like people are not getting food?
I'll take human breast milk on my Cheerios.
They get it through Wiccan stuff. I hate these people. They're so stupid.
A lot of people, a large percentage of the U.S. population is food insecure. Yeah, meaning they get some food, but not enough to have a healthy, nutritious diet because most of them are in poor environments.
Really, in America? I
In
see
America.
a lot of fat people. I don't know.
In America, you see a lot of fat people. So there's not a correlation between being fat and having good nutrition. In fact, typically people that are fat are having too much of one kind of food typically, and it happens a lot in poor communities due to like the cheapest shit around is low quality food. And so you get a lot of carbs and high fat stuff so you can feel satiated without being able to pay for stuff that actually gives you nutrition. And of course, it's harder when not everybody knows how to fucking cook a good meal and not everybody has access to produce and not everybody is knowledgeable on these techniques and stuff. It's tough.
In America,
Very interesting. Yeah, I'm curious what these communities are.
I think the point that he's
all
trying.
sorts of communities.
I'm saying where they are. Like
it's worse in red states because red states, by almost every metric, are worse.
Really?
Yes, by almost every metric. They are also the number one receivers of federal aid, by the way, red states.
Like
but at least they're gonna go to heaven.
What about the cities? What about the liberal cities? All the
Health
homelessness,
outcomes.
LA. Like, come on.
Yeah, so red states have disproportionately worse violent crime,
True.
worse poverty,
True.
etc., worse infrastructure, worse education.
All true.
I would say the cities probably have.
No, this is
You're just looking at
debatable,
states. Okay.
Well, because state governments structurally, systemically have a lot more say.
I think the point that we're trying to make is that when the government incentivizes
y'all know
bad
there's
behavior,
like really poor rural red areas, right, where they're food insecure.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So if a mother, if the husband, for example, runs off, let's say it's a happy couple, and all of a sudden the husband runs off, and then this wife who was living the lifestyle you wanted her to live, so she's not trained on anything, she can't go get a job easily, she needs to raise the kids, is all of a sudden trying to figure out how to get a really low wage job because she's a single mother now, or her husband dies.
Okay.
she should join a church community and get
And-
help there.
Okay.
Join a church community and get help. Isn't that charity? So now you have to count on charity?
Or the community, like our governments, could step in and support. But we should also be supporting families where people are together, which is a big part of what Vice President Harris proposed, which I probably didn't even know, which is why I call people who vote for Trump so often misinformed.
Just a nice way of saying stupid.
No, not stupid. I think
misinformed is not stupid, but I think it's cute that he's so insecure.
you could be really smart and then just not take the time to go inform yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From being ignorant or stupid.
Well, y'all are definitely ignorant. Definitely. Really.
All right.
For sure.
Badly. There's less of an issue with hunger in this country compared to other countries, right? You'd agree?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
and you're saying it's because of socialism programs.
Sure.
And I would agree with you.
And so I'm asking, when you
would
talk about
agree?
these different issues, I agree we could tweak and make changes to welfare to make it as ideal as possible. One of them is more...
A lot of being stupid is intentional ignorance, though. It's really backing yourself into a wall and refusing to learn stuff. And that's what's happening here. I don't think this guy is incapable of learning to be not a dumbass. I just think he's dug in on being a dumbass.
Universal programs. I'm asking what your prescription is then. Do you rip them away, the programs altogether, and then you're just like, I don't know, if you can't eat, you can't eat?
No, it's not really about if you can't eat, you can't eat. It's about you removing and not incentivizing bad behavior and saying, hey, you are going to have a tough life because you decided that you were just going to have sex and you didn't really understand the responsibilities of it, and we're not going to come bail you out. You know what?
About the children? Even if you feel that way, why are we
but what
punishing
they
the
gonna do?
children?
Yeah, why are you punishing the children?
It's a survival instinct. What are they going to do? They're going to get in touch with their community.
Yeah.
They're going to get in touch with their neighbors. Bro, we have no sense of
And
community.
that's why there's no starving in the countries I just referred to that don't have the
no
programs
sense.
we have.
We have no sense
there
of
is.
community. We have no
Of
sense
course.
of community. How
I
many
agree
people
we
knocked
should-
on your door for Halloween?
I agree we should... I live in an apartment, but
People just don't go outside. Like, they don't know their neighbors.
I agree.
You used to go and knock on your neighbor's door and say, hey, you have some brown sugar?
I want more community. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But the answer's not always the government. It does.
The community discussion here, if you want more community, crazy Christian right-winger kids, if you want more community, you have to stop the corporate takeover of your communities. I'm sorry, it's capitalism, dude. It is what it is. It's just time to get real. You're allowing capitalism rip away any kinds of communities that you can get, and instead of investing in community-oriented infrastructure or anything, all of you want to invest in money-chasing infrastructure, and it doesn't work. And then you're like, why doesn't it work? And then all the blue states do well, and all the red states drag us down because their governments are bad. And all the people in those red states are either brainwashed fucking Christians or misinformed low info voters like kids and fucking, just poor people out in the middle of nowhere. And the only ones giving them a quality message not even quality, the only ones giving them a message that they can hear are the Republicans. They do not even hear the Democrats' message, and it's because liberals are bad. They don't talk about what people actually need. They talk about fucking giving tax credits. And while those are materially beneficial, it sounds hard and daunting to get to, right? What if I just said we're going to abolish rent? And we ought to. Rent is not a good thing. We should not be allowing this. And then we make sure that we pay your rent. We're good.
Yeah.
But the answer is not always the government. It doesn't always have to be the government. It can be going to the community.
The government is the community, for the record. Like, the government is just our collective, funding of different things, essentially, and time and resources. It's not that hard to grasp. When you say the community, I mean, that's your government, for the record.
So the reason why we even created the programs that feed people like SNAP, the food stamps, is because before, clearly we didn't solve the issue with community. So we're going to have programs to provide a basic standard of living.
Yeah, and do you think that people were more religious back in the day and also failing at the ability to feed people, and many of those people were church going that were going hungry?
Living for people. And then I agree we should work to strengthen communities.
See, the problem with SNAP and WIC and anything like that is that you have to make under a certain threshold to get it, so it doesn't incentivize you. It disincentivizes you from pursuing anything further, because that transition period from being poor into not being poor, usually people are only getting a small amount of raise. Usually people don't take a $10,000 jump enough to make up for the difference. So it's really tough for people that are low income and trying to climb out of poverty, because these systems are in place that just kind of keep you there, and you can't get your shit. It's crazy.
The thing is, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how we were necessarily right before we got all these programs. I would like to see that and then come back to you, because I'm not, it's kind of, I should just take your word for it that things were so much worse before SNAP and welfare?
As we've solved poverty, not completely, but as we've, minimized it, as we've implemented some of these programs, our country just keeps becoming more capitalistically dominant still, even with the socialism.
Really? Because when there's a cap to how much money you can get from the government, you actually don't want to make more. So it actually incentivizes people to stay underneath this tax bracket.
What cap?
So she's talking about means testing, what I'm saying, but she's taking the wrong lesson from it, because the country doesn't make its money from we don't measure the GDP of the nation by the individual incomes of the people that are working there. It's so fucking brain dead to think that way.
Yes, that is a thing.
Just
where
when you get taxed more? Yeah, people are going to find ways always.
We're talking about
don't think we should abolish taxes.
Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the... Why did you vote for Trump?
It was really tough, but I'm just trusting the people that I'm connected with. I feel like I could have some representation through connections that I have in the White House. Maybe we'll see. And so I'm trusting who he's putting in the cabinet. We're going to see. It's better than Kamala.
Yeah.
I feel way more represented with the community that I've built with a Republican president than I ever would with a Democrat.
I mean, so it's pretty obvious he's well, this is my grift now,
President.
Trump wasn't even strong enough on abortion that we would like. That's why we were kind of I don't know. I mean, I didn't vote because women shouldn't vote, but...
Good. Great. That's excellent. It's good to hear that she didn't vote.
Go.
If more Republican women would self-regulate like that would be better. You know what? Maybe that's what it is. We don't need to go more right-wing. We just need to quietly agree with them on their very self-destructive takes. Be yeah, you shouldn't vote. I agree. Anything we can do to trim the margins and help the next neoliberal take power so we can get marginally better things. Accelerationism? No, not accelerationism. Reverse accelerationism. Decelerationism. Total decelerationism. Telling Republicans when they have bad self-destructive takes, I shouldn't vote. You're right. You shouldn't. It's all a scam. It's rigged. You think she voted? Yeah, she probably had to help him fill out his ballot, so it counts as her vote.